I think everything's been resolved. I talked to everybody, Taylor and everybody. So yeah, I'm good and ready to move on to Bristol.
So everything's good from last week?
Yeah, absolutely.
What more did you need today to make the car a little bit better?
A little bit of everything. Short run, long run, just lacked a bit of everything. I felt like just needed to be a little bit better, but we made it better. Pit crew was really good today, and just need to keep working on it.
You had the boss man sitting on your pit box today. Did you talk to him yet about what he saw from you and the team as a whole?
Yeah, obviously he was there supporting, so it's cool to have him here, and appreciate that, and looking forward to continuing on to Bristol.
Harrison, you won the first stage. You got top 5 stage points in the second stage. Couldn't quite get it done there at the end with the tires and stuff. Talk a little bit about your day and a good points day for you overall.
Yeah, it's a good points day, and just days like this we need to keep stacking together and get better and better. I felt like once, obviously stage 1 we weren't very good for the first half of it, and we stayed out and won the stage, but we still weren't very good. I felt like we were too tight. And then stage 2, I was a little nervous about how that run was going to go and felt like we were in the ballpark there. Finished 5th in stage 2, no gimmicks or tricks there, right? Stage 1 was, but stage 2 was on speed, so that was good, and good to capitalize on that. And then stage 3, we paid the price for our stage 1 win, and we kind of got the car better and better throughout the day, and got tires at the end with everyone else, and got synced up at the end. So Danny, my crew chief, did a good job of being patient, because I was like, put tires on this dang thing, but I think we maximized our day. So drove from 20th to 13th in the last little run there, and we'll go home and get better. I feel like we can gain something on some stuff to start the weekend, but overall pretty happy about our progression.
I understand that gamble is, you got to gamble for track position at times with the tires, but why at a place like Darlington that's known to grate the tires, and you had 4 tire guys behind you ready to just like swarm you as soon as it dropped?
Yeah, it wasn't, once we stayed out on old tires, it wasn't to keep track position, it was just because we didn't have tires. If we put another set on, we wouldn't have had another set for the last caution.
Yeah.
And then that would have been the last run of the race. So that's why I was saying Danny did a good job of being like, okay, just wait a second, because there's going to be another caution. And we got another caution and got synced back up on the same tire strategy as everyone to end the race, which is what you want to do. You don't want to be on old tires to end the race, for sure.
Last one for you. I know it's throwback weekend. Everybody's talking about your paint scheme for your dad. How special is it, the fact that it is your father and that bond of racing with your family stuff to honor him in that way?
Yeah, it's really neat. I mean, my dad has been one of my best friends my whole life, and just grew up wanting to be like him. So anytime I get to throw back to him, whether it's in a Gibbs car or 21 car or the 25 now, it's always been my favorite race car that I've run, just because it's really cool to see his legacy kind of go on, and he's definitely a hero of mine. So cool to run his car, and I think it's cool to just talk about situations that happened in this car with him and learn about it, and go back to our normal paint scheme next weekend. But I'll enjoy this one while it's still wrapped up.
Brennan, the newest Looney Tunes character. So today, I mean, there were moments where you were up in second, finished second in the stage, or third in the stage. Can you just take me through your day?
Yeah, I mean, in our position, we know we need to fight for stage points more often. So when we get a shot to go up there and win a stage or have a shot at it at least, we felt like we needed to take it today, especially with it being a 5-set race, on tires. So we took a shot and got some pretty good points. And I think we had a really good car all day. I mean, that next stage, we hung up there and we're around 6. I mean, the entire second stage, I was fighting hard to get stage points again, and I just built a little too loose at the end of that run and ended up finishing 11th. So I was like, man, so close. And then, I was trying to find to get a little bit better, got a little bit too tight for that next run to fire off stage 3. Got a caution, got the car back right, but I had used up a set of tires, and there were a couple cautions there at the end of the race, so I was down a set. That last restart, just decided to stay out to try to just get as much track position as we could and see what would happen. We had 7 laps green on the tires, so but that is just it's a lot here at Darlington, right? So I did all I could. I think we did a great job as a team, and we had a great race car. We don't have everything. We don't have lease engines. We don't have any of the tools that a lot of these guys have. And so to go toe-to-toe with a lot of them the last several weeks, really. I think it's been really cool. And we've been earning some valuable points, and we're not too far out of the playoffs. So we're pushing hard to find more speed in our race cars and continue to fight for stage points more often and try to put ourselves in a position where we could get there.
After days like these where you guys can utilize strategy and utilize tire strategy to contend with the front runners and get stage points, how much confidence does that give you, and how much confidence does that give a team like Alpha Prime Racing?
Well, I mean, I think we just all believe in each other when you get these big results. Last year was our first year working together, and we had a lot of good results. Ended up finishing 16th in the points. Had a shot at winning a race, leading on the final corner at Talladega. So all that brings you together, and so our group just has a special bond. And I think we're just really finding our stride right now. And we've just been able to put fast race cars on the track the last 7 weeks in a row. So it's been a lot of fun for me. I'm really enjoying it. But, I've always believed, in my entire career that I could fight for wins and championships with the right opportunity. And so I feel very fortunate and blessed to be able to race for Alpha Prime. But I'm still, fighting for an opportunity to race with the top team and race for a championship on a regular basis, because I feel like, I'm one of the guys that slipped through the cracks. And so I do have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, and I want to win.
Well, you did win something today. How does it feel to get best in show?
Yeah, pretty cool to do that back-to-back years. It's a special deal to win, and our designer, Ryan Pisana, does a lot for the team, and it's really the only award a designer can win in NASCAR. So to be able to do it back-to-back, I mean, it's pretty special. You get a trophy and everything. So just a lot of fun. The sponsors with CW and Clark's for letting us do that. It was really, really cool, and man, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
This is Custom Patch Hats. But what makes us custom? Well, that actually begins with you. We're just bringing your unique vision to life. No knockoffs, no lookalikes. Your design is one of a kind. We know hats, we know design, and we know quality. The proof? It's in our production. Hand-stitched with precision and care, with brands you know and trust. A one-of-a-kind patch deserves a one-of-a-kind treatment, all the way to your doorstep. It's how we keep it custom.
Trenton Worsham with Frontstretch.com. Come back for more great racing videos. And if you like us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.